Los Angeles. And I have been blessed to know Jesse here for coming up on 15 years. We met, I was a stand-up comedian and I was involved in another business that I was first introduced to this industry. And I had seen Jesse on stage doing a presentation, doing a training for our company. And it was so lively. It was packed with humor. And as a stand-up comedian, I was just so mesmerized. And I went up to him after the show and I was like, hey, man, I really appreciate your style. And he's like, real humble as Jesse is. He's like, oh, thank you. Thank you. And I was like, no, I'm a stand-up comedian. I appreciate you from a different angle. And he's like, oh, yeah, well, my wife and some friends and we went and saw Pablo Francisco at the Improv last week. And I was like, wait, what night did you go? And he goes, Saturday. And I go, which show, 7, 9, or 11? And he says, 9. And I was like, I was the host. And Jesse's like, wait a minute, you did the bit about the thing with the thing. I was like, yeah, that was me. So we had seen each other from stage or from audiences. I had seen him on stage and laughed at him, and he had seen me on stage. And then we met and found this out. And it was just such an immediate brotherhood, such an immediate bromance. And so then we became friends outside of the industry. And, I stayed with my company and Jesse moved on. And when I saw what he was doing over there, he just sent me a little gift for Christmas, a little aftershave from the skincare company. And he didn't even know that I suffered from skincare issues with my shaving the whole life. It made it go away. So I was like, God, Jesse, please tell me more. So that's when we partnered together, had a wonderful, wonderful time. I pursued some other things. I dreamed to be a flight attendant. Went off to Southwest Airlines for a while. The pandemic happened. And then I saw what was going on. And I was so curious. I just said, Jesse, tell me what's happening. Tell me the evolution. And when Jesse told me what was going on with Viago and what is about to happen, I'm all in. I'm back. I'm excited. I'm fired up. And I never left. I was still using the products. I was still part of the community, but now it's just in a completely different space. So we are blessed. I am blessed to call him a friend, to call him a mentor. But I'm going to turn things over right now so he can share with you all of the beautiful things that are happening with this expansion and this launch. Jesse Macpherson, please take it over.
Oh, thank you so much, Steve. And so good to be getting a chance to see you pretty much almost every day here as we are in our preparation for our official launch of Viago. I know you and I are not floating in Vegas. For those of you I haven't had a chance to meet yet, my name is Jesse. I'm actually calling in or zooming in here from Manila, Philippines, where I relocated with my wife and my daughter, Phoenix, who's a year and a half. And but we're making our way back to Vegas here in about 23 days, 22 days. It's coming up fast here as we're heading into our official launch of our company, Viago. Now, before I jump into the information here about our company and everything that's going on, I would just quickly want to introduce myself. Tonight, I want to be brief, but I also want to be thorough because I know if you were invited here, you were probably invited by a friend, a family, a neighbor, a coworker, or someone that was like, you've got to check this out. And so I want to be as thorough as I can because in business, it's one of those things and it's kind of cliche, but they say if you can be in the right place at the right time, you can do very well. And there's a lot of truth in that. And so we want to make sure that you understand really the seat that you're sitting in or the couch that you're lying on. I see some of you guys here, so looking good. Like I said, my name is Jesse. I did make my home in Southern California, and for the past 10 years before moving to the Philippines, I was over in Scottsdale, Arizona. But I had moved to Los Angeles at a very young age at 17 to pursue a background in entertainment. I actually moved there to be a professional hip hop dancer. And yes, I am white. Some of you gave me the puppy dog look like, but in any event, I fell in love with the community and dance, and it took me to places all over the world, but I was still a starving artist. And they call us starving artists because we can't afford food. So I was looking for a way to be able to make a little bit of extra money without having to go wait tables. And I wasn't even old enough to bartend, which is normally you needed kind of side work in order to support yourself in that industry in Los Angeles. And it was at that time, 22 years ago, I had a woman who took my dance class when I was 19 years old. And she said, hey, Jess, do me a favor, take a listen to this. And she gave me a cassette tape. I don't know if you guys remember those. It's been a minute for some of you. But on this cassette, it introduced me to the concept of residual income. And quite frankly, after that, I have been obsessed with this concept for the past 22 years. And fortunately, I was able to meet some incredible people that were able to teach me a simple system that around my schedule, around my full-time school and my teaching and performing and auditioning and all that, I was able to start earning an extra income, an extra 500 a month, an extra 1,000 a month. Now, an extra $1,000 a month is not a lot of money, but to me, it was a lot of money. And so after that next year, then I started seeing the compound effect of what residual income could really do. So, and what I really realized the last 20 years is what I've been trying to teach people is don't work for money, work for time. I'm going to say that again throughout this presentation. Don't work for money, work for time. A lot of people out there always have this complaint, which is a kind of a nagging one, is I'm too busy, right? So I'm too busy. I don't have any time. And the reason why is because if you trade your time for money, then the only way you can pay the bills, generally speaking, is to use your time. So for me, I got really excited about the idea of pre-purchasing my tomorrows by working smart today and doing something that wasn't just going to pay me once, but pay me again and again and again and again. And I wish that for all of you. So it is now getting to the end of 2024. And before you know it, in 5 years from now, it's going to be 2030, which sounds like a weird number from a future sci-fi film. And the future's looking a little bit interesting if you guys haven't been paying attention, as AI is really becoming something that is going to change the world. You know, it's just as industrial changed and manufacturing changed and the internet changed, you know, AI is going to change. There's a lot of positions and jobs that are no longer going to be available because it's going to replace. So manufacturing replaced labor. Artificial intelligence is going to replace a lot of intelligence. But the one thing it's not going to replace is humanity. You know, I mean, some people want to spend time with robots, but most people want to spend time with people. So, and so we were looking at, okay, what could we do that could be very unique and special, but more importantly, that was in alignment with where we see the future of business going, and that is the launch of Viago. And so in 20-ish days, we are launching in Las Vegas. I'd love to invite all of you to come participate with us and the official launch of this. So we are currently in our pre-launch status right now. So if you're watching this live, welcome. If you're watching us on the replay, make sure you get back to the person who sent you this and let them know if you're ready to get it started and participate with us. But why we see the future of Viago and what is it, right? So via, which is a Latin derivative of the way to go. So it's the way to go. Now, in the future business, we see the biggest companies in the world are creating subscription-based models, right? So something is monthly revenuing and monthly predictable revenue for companies is a very important part of creating a stable business, they'd say in today's times. But this isn't a new concept. Most companies today, if you look at businesses of creating subscriptions, there's a lot of things that we used to buy, we don't buy anymore. We rent as a monthly subscription. You guys remember we used to buy Microsoft Office? Now we rent it. Like even like Photoshop, I can't even buy it anymore. I got to rent it, you know, technology pieces. But most of the subscriptions, your cell phone, monthly subscription, your mortgage, monthly subscription, 30-year subscription for most of us anyway. Your rent, monthly subscription. I mean, you take a look at the biggest businesses in the world and even the small ones. You take a look like Uber Eats and all these guys that are creating monthly subscriptions to their businesses, whether it be Netflix or Apple Plus or whatever it is. And we wanted to make sure that we were ahead of that trend, but more importantly, not just offer an entertainment, not just offer a discount, not just offer a place to live, but create true what we call lifestyle. Now, I know that's an all-encompassing and it's a kind of a buzzword that everyone throws out there when they say the word lifestyle. But what I want to share with you as we go through this and is to introduce you. And I'm super excited because this is my first time going through our updated presentation here. And I see the gentleman who actually helped create this presentation on here, Mr. James Kursky. So a big shout out, throw some hearts into the comment section here for him. Thank you so much for putting so much time and effort into our pre-launch. And I can't wait for all of you to see what he's working on for the official launch coming in here in 3 weeks or 4 weeks. But the Ultimate Lifestyle Club here with Viago. So what are we? We are a membership club. It gives you access to a host of benefits that are centered around travel, leisure, community and culture, daily savings, and health and wellness. So let's jump into here so you guys can get a chance to see. One of the first benefits you get as a Viago member through our club is access to our wholesale unlimited access to over 1 million properties on our Pro Search booking engine. So instead of going like Expedia, Orbitz, or Booking.com, Priceline, What we do is we are 100% what we call a pass-through. Now, those companies, they say are free to book, but they're not. They actually charge per transaction. That's how they make their money, right? With us, we always get the wholesale rates and pass 100% of the savings on to our members, meaning we make not 1 cent from you booking online your travel, hotels, flights, and cars, because we just want you to be a loyal, happy member. It also gives us access to some pretty insane rates, especially when it comes to certain properties at certain times and seasons, because we aren't a public site, we are behind a pay membership club. So, give you a few examples of it. Like here's Las Vegas, which we're going to in a few weeks. As you can see here, this one is Caesar's Palace. You can see in Las Vegas, the online public price, $149. Member price, Club Iago, 101. That's a $48 savings per night, over 33%. So if you stayed there for 4 nights, you're saving 200 bucks. And then you could lose it on the blackjack table right away in one hand. Then we've got Miami, Florida. You want to go stay down there in South Beach, 4-star property at the Noble House Resort. This is $341, the public price. Member price, 250 bucks, saving $140 per savings. You want to go to National Glacier Park, you can use this all over, saving 26%, under $100 per night. You want to stay in Times Square at the Millennium, in the heart, in the thick of it. So, all right, huge pricing, but over a $400 savings for those special trips. But it isn't just stateside. Internationally, you want to go to Rome and go visit the Colosseum and saving yourself 14%. How about Venice, Italy? This is a 50% savings being able to stay on the canal in Italy at 4-star properties. So we've got it everywhere. I've used it in over 20 countries, our booking engine. But one of the most important parts of our membership, we believe, is our VIP Escape program. These are specialty curated trips we create specifically for our members to give them the best experience. And one of the things we have found, especially when it comes to travel, is cheapest is not always best. In fact, it's pretty much almost never best. So what we want to do is give people the best experiences for their value to be able to co-create those lifelong memories. See, for me, my biggest memories growing up is traveling with my parents and traveling with my mom. Mom, I love you. So rest in heaven. But it's one of those things where those moments that we cherish the most, a lot of times we look back on, is spending time with the people that we loved. And so we want to create those special moments for you, and we do that through these trips. Now, these escapes are not on the market. You're not going to find them on any online site or any online booking. These are our trips. Similar to having a Netflix membership, there are TVs and shows that you can find elsewhere, that you can watch elsewhere, but then there's Netflix originals. Netflix originals are only able to be viewed with your Netflix membership. So these are our Viago originals, and we handle it all. The booking, the reservations, give you some examples. This is Playa del Carmen. We had this trip a little bit ago. It's back by popular demand. It's going to be happening in December, so definitely you are invited. This is 5 days, 4 nights, includes round trip transfer to and from the airport, a welcome reception, all inclusive. So that means all you can eat, all you can drink, all you can drink, all you can drink, all you can drink, a sunset cruise. It also gives you 30% off so many of the things at the resort, a farewell 3-course dinner, a foam pool party with DJ, a host on site to take care of all your demands. Now, look, if you don't want to do all the group activities, you don't have to. If you want to be a recluse and stay in your room and order room service, you can. But for those of you that want to meet some of the greatest people in the world, you'll have your Viago wristband and you'll see each other poolside and be like, ah, ah, ah. It's like Insta friends everywhere you go. So if you purchase this online, we're talking over $1,700 for a couple. The price per person with your Club Viago membership, we have down under what we call BAR, usually 20, 30, and sometimes even more percent. Now, BAR, best available rate, is what it stands for in the travel space. $649 per person. But on top of this, included in your Viago membership, we have what we call a digital currency we call escape points or reward escape points. These are points that you can use to buy down and further discount your trips that come with your membership, and you can get monthly from us to where you can actually reduce the price from that $649 down to $499 per person. So pretty incredible deal. But guys, it's not just Mexico. This is one of the next trips we're doing over here in Bali, Indonesia. I've been to over 50 countries in the world. This is in my top 3 right now. It's competing for #1. I'm going to be here in November with a group of amazing people from our Viago club that's going to be here. Again, $499 per person, includes 5 days, 4 nights, and all the fun things. I'm going to be teaching a hip hop class as well. There's some value in that. And then trip of a lifetime. If you've never been to Dubai, Look at this, 6 days, 5 nights, 449. This one has so much in it, you're going to need a vacation probably from your vacation. This is, in case you didn't know, Dubai has the Guinness Book of World Records for having the most Guinness World Records, highest building, tallest things. There's a ski resort in the mall. It is insane. And I can't wait for you to get a chance to experience it with more of our members. But it's not just that. We have a specialty trips called Escape Your Ways, which you can do from pretty much all over the world. We have many of them available now and many more launching at our official launch here in 3 weeks. But on top of that, we want you to have peace of mind when you're traveling and at home with our Be Well telemedicine or teledoc program. This is available in all states and actually over 35 countries, speaks over 250 languages, covers you, your family, and all of your kids, zero copay, where you can get on Zoom with a physician, licensed physician, literally within minutes, usually within the hour, and it works internationally. You're in Mexico, you need to go on the Zoom with your doctor, boom, you're there. They can write prescriptions. You don't have to go in and wait in line and pay the copay and boom, go down to your pharmacy and pick up. This is truly peace of mind, especially when you're traveling. But it isn't just about the places you go, it's about the dollars you save. See, a dollar saved is a dollar earned in our opinion. And with our members deals, we have access to over 1 million retailers and 80,000 events designed to save you thousands of dollars per month on the things you're already doing or the things that you'd like to be able to do that maybe just weren't in the budget. So if going to AMC theaters, if you haven't noticed, it's like you take you and your spouse and your kids, and before you know it, buying popcorn and tickets, and you're like literally cost you an arm and a leg. And so we want to make sure that you have access to things that are going to save you on your daily transactions and purchases. I went to New York City, took my wife for her birthday and took her to Broadway to see Aladdin. I got 2-for-1 box seats, saved hundreds of dollars going to see Aladdin on Broadway. And I can tell you from just daily, from restaurants.com and certificates to online to deals to shopping. I had somebody say they saved on auto parts that they bought online, which I didn't even know that was there, but it's pretty cool. Now, one of the biggest benefits is also access to our Viago marketplace. See, with Viago, we love the products that we have that are centered around clean, organic, plant-based nutrition and world-class Dead Sea personal skincare and personal care products. Now, this access to this, I want you to think about it as a Costco type of an approach. Costco, one of the most successful companies in the world and continuing to climb and grow, do very well. Why? Well, they created a membership. Now, what did they do? They gave you discounts originally because they were buying in bulk. But then what did Costco do? Something smart. They said, look, we have these dedicated members who come to our store. And so what they did was they created their own product line called Kirkland. And what they were doing is competing with the other products they were selling, but undercutting them because they were offering a similar or better product for a cheaper price because they were manufacturing them. Well, I'm excited to say here with Viago, we have exclusive access to some of the world's best products and many more coming. You're going to see in Vegas that you will have through our marketplace exclusivity with Viago. And as part of your membership, you're going to get the best pricing and deals through our products and exclusivity, where the only way you're going to get access to these products is with your Viago membership. So quick recap, what are we? We have our discount travel booking engine, VIP Escape, unique experiences, our telemedicine, our daily member savings, and the best price on our marketplace through our products. So what are we doing here? We're living the good life. So how do you join the club? It's very simple. In order to get started, we have our pre-launch package here, which is only $450 to join and then $99 a month for your membership. Now, what I love about this, there's no contracts, no gotchas. So you pay for it, you have it, you don't, you don't. We have one rule. If you don't want to be in the club, we don't want you in the club. So it's not like you're getting stuck on anything. Now, what do you get for that? Well, first, we're going to give you 500 escape points. You remember those points I talked about? That can be applied towards any of our reward escape trips like Mexico, Bali, or Dubai, and many more you'll see in Vegas. That's dollar for dollar, which is $500 in value to use right away. The second thing you're going to get is $100 in product credit to shop in our marketplace in our store to use today, or just save until Black Friday when you want to maybe get some holiday shopping done. And then from your $99 a month, we're going to give you a $50 monthly product credit to use in our market, or convert to 50 escape points to use on your next trip. It's up to you. But one of my favorite benefits here with our Club Viago Plus membership is our annual loyalty trip we call a getaway. That's right. After 12 months of consecutive membership, you are on a vacation on us every single year. Now, this can be redeemed as a 7-night hotel voucher, which you can use at over 1,000 properties across the world, or changed for another 1,000 escape points, which is $1,000 to go have some fun with our group. So getaways are for two people. So for you and someone you love or someone you want to love, kind of more private time. And then the escapes are more group trips oriented. So it's kind of, get in where you fit in, pick your flavor, and come have some fun with us. So that's the club. That's the first part of it. And if that's it, and you want to be a member and join us and have some fun, we want you to go experience life. We say at Club Viago, we are life amplified every day and in every way. So come and join us. Have fun. That's why our tagline is let's go. Because life passes by pretty quickly. So I almost went into a Ferris Bueller quote. You guys remember that one, right? If you're not paying attention, it could go right by. But the second part of our program, which many of you guys were invited to hear about, is the pre-launch of our company and the opportunity to be able to be at the very beginning of something very unique. Now, generally speaking, I would never get involved in necessarily a startup, and the reason why is because most startups fail. But what I'm excited about is what's launching here with Viago is really the brainchild of really kind of three organizations that have produced billions of dollars in revenue and sales in their collective fields that have come together to launch this program coming out of the world's biggest crisis during COVID, of understanding the needs of the market and where the future business industry and people are going, especially when it comes to creating lifelong relationships. Now, being together and doing things together, in my opinion, is going to be more and more and more important in the future that we're heading into, which is why we're super excited. So you can partner up with us here and become what we call a Viago brand ambassador for only $49 per year, right? And come have some fun with us. Whether this was our pre-launch event in St. Louis, and there's my buddy Tim. Look at that fool. Love you, brother. But if you add that on to the 450, you're talking 499 all in. Now, with our compensation, we reward our ambassadors with our affiliate program, and many of these are going to be launching in Vegas. However, with these 7 ways, there's 2 I want to focus on right now, which is the first 2, our direct bonus and our monthly residual bonuses. So let me give you a few examples of how this works. First, our direct bonus. So this is you, that person in the green with the big U on your chest. And let's say you refer one person to our membership and they get our pre-launch package. You are going to earn a $150 direct bonus, and it pays weekly, right? Now, very important to understand, the previous company I've been working with the last 13 years, that's also giving us exclusive access to their products through our Viago membership, which is Secret Direct. Now, just so a lot of people are thinking, okay, is this a rebrand? This is a brand new company that's launching. You're going to see here in about 3 weeks in Las Vegas. However, we are utilizing Secret Direct's back office and back end program for people to enroll as ambassadors so they can start using some of the benefits and also earn commissions now instead of having to wait for the official launch coming in 3 weeks. Okay. But that $150 means you can get paid right away. But the goal isn't to get one. The goal is to add 3 more for a total of 4. Why? Well, because 4 times 150 would be $600. That's more than your money back. And you have $600 in value through escape points as well as product credit to go on one of these trips. Now, here's the thing I love about this program. It's so simple and fun. Now, I don't usually like to use the word easy, but this is definitely the easiest thing I've ever had to share with people. And part of the reason why is it's so natural. When you go on vacation, what do? You take pictures. You take pictures and you post them, right? So, and that's what you do, all right? And even if you don't do that because you're not a picture taker, when you get back from vacation, what do your coworkers always ask? How was Mexico, right? They know you were gone. Why? Because you weren't there next to them, right? They know, right? How was your trip? What did you do? Oh my God, it was amazing. This is what we did, right? So it was fun. Now, when you share with them not just about the location, but the value you experience with your Club Viago membership in these reward escape programs, it's pretty easy to say, hey, listen, come join me. I'm going back again. Really? You're going back again? Yeah, the deal's too good. And I'm part of this amazing club. You should take a look. And all you got to do is send them this video. All you got to do is send them one of our tools or introduce them to one of our brand ambassadors so they can share the program with them. We're not asking you to be the person doing what I'm doing. All you got to do is peek and pass, as we call it. It's very simple. Same way that we would recommend a movie, same way we would recommend a restaurant, same way we'd recommend all the things that we truly enjoy in our lives to the people that we love, right? So now here's the thing. Well, I don't want to introduce you. Well, listen, if they're not cool people, don't introduce them to the club. We don't want them here either. They're like, I know negative people. Yeah, we all know those people. Don't invite them, right? Now, if these four people get as fired up as you do and they want to go earn $600 and those four refer four, now you have a total of 20 members. They've earned $600. They're happy little campers. But more importantly, you've now unlocked our residual bonus of $200 a month with this program. Now, a residual dollar is very different than a normal dollar. I told you in the beginning, don't work for money, work for time. I'm such a big proponent of this. And Warren Buffett, I believe, said it best. If you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. That does not sound fun. And that's where most people are in life. Now, $200 is not a lot of money, but it doesn't stop there. In fact, it continues to grow through our binary affiliate program. Binary is just a fancy word for two. So basically, you have two teams here with our program. And as you refer people who refer people who refer people and your network expands, this continues to grow from 10 to 200, 25 to 500, 50, 1,000. Now, 100 people might sound like a lot, but really it's just 10 people who referred 10 people, right? Now, 1,000 a month, again, is not a huge amount of money, but that does 1,000 whether you work or not. Keyword being not. So this is something I am such a proponent of. But not only that, when you reach our what we call our 50/50 rank, you will now earn an additional $50 for every new enrollment with our pre-launch pack from your affiliate network. These can start adding up big time where you can start not just experiencing residual income, but leveraged income, which is another one of my favorites. But it doesn't stop there. This goes all the way up to $36,000 a month. And when you get to Vegas, you're going to see some numbers that are pretty mind-blowing when you see what's really going to be launched here with the compensation. But one of the best things is you're in business for yourself and not by yourself. We have an online training system where you can learn on the go and as you go at your own pace and speed with our Inner Circle training program, which you can download today free for your first 30 days and start learning how to build this business from the professionals who've been there, done that, and got the t-shirt. But really, I want to invite you to Vegas. Come to the launch. Come experience it with us. This launch is obviously, we're going to be introducing you to the company. We're going to introduce you to all the new systems, back office, website, tools, compensation, everything. But not only that, it's going to be a blast. It's Vegas. So on Friday, we have a pool party takeover. Friday night, we have a dressed up, a Night of Stars gala red carpet event with paparazzi, I think are going to be there even. So bring your gown, bring your best tie. On Sunday, basically being over Halloween weekend, we have a neon costume party with giveaways and prizes. So it's kind of like a convention with a party problem, I think, if I feel like. That's going to be available. So we want to invite you to that. Now, on top of that, getting started is very simple. So just to reiterate, so total all in, membership and business, $499.99 a month, gives you access to all the benefits I shared there and that getaway every year after your membership from your loyalty here with Club Viago. So the timing of where we sit is this. In business, it's one of those things. In real estate, they say location, location, location. In business, they say timing. But in real estate, I know people who bought on the right location at the wrong time and still got smoked. So it's still timing. It's still a business, is pretty much. So why is this? Well, I want to share with you quickly our placement system. See, your friend invited you to this video and you're watching it live or you're watching this on the replay. So let's say they introduce you and you're like, great, I'm in, I get it, let's go. I'm ready to get started. And you decide. Now, some of you might go, well, listen, I don't know, should I, shouldn't I? Listen, you don't have to be committed to join. You can join and be committed later. Because some people say, oh, I can't really get going until January of next year. Okay, great. Join now, and then you can get moving in January. You're still going to access to the benefits. But why? Well, because let's say your friend goes out there and introduces Andy, and Andy, through our placement system, okay, goes into your business. Now, you have an opportunity to benefit from things that Andy does. But if you go, hey, Jess, I need to think about it, well, we got to put you in the think about it corner. Now, there's nothing wrong with being in the think about it corner, right? We respect the fact that you got to think about it, but we need you to respect the fact that we can't wait. We're building a business here too. So your friend introduces Andy. Andy says, I'm in. And you come back and say, okay, I've thought about it. I'm in, right? And now you get started. You're a part of Andy's business. Now, it doesn't matter to us. We're going to help you the same way regardless. It doesn't change it. It doesn't impact us at all, but it impacts you. So my recommendation, get started now. So we're going to keep it really simple. We trained our ambassadors how to enroll new ambassadors and members into the program. We didn't train them on mind reading. So let them know if you're a simple A, B, or a C. An A is, I want to be an ambassador. I get it. Let's go. I'm all in. Let's have some fun. B is, I'm pretty sure I want to do this. but I got some questions. You talk really fast. I know, I apologize. So, how does this work? How does that work? Get back to the person. Now, they might be brand new. So if they're brand new, just introducing someone, make sure they'll connect you with one of our lead Viago ambassadors that knows the information so you can get the right answer. I'd rather you be a hard yes or a hard no. Being on the fence is uncomfortable. But here's a quick recommendation. Don't ask somebody for advice on a movie they've never seen or a restaurant they've never eaten at. Don't ask somebody advice on Viago that knows nothing about Viago. You're one of the very first people globally in the world. In fact, you're the first to see this presentation, actually, that was literally launched yesterday. This is so brand new. I want to make sure that you get the right information to make an educated decision for your future because it's important. And C is, hey, I know somebody you need to go see. Introduce us to somebody. All right. So maybe you're like, I want to be a customer or see you later. It's not for me, whatever that is. We're not here, I promise you, I'm not here to convince you to do this. If living a better quality of life is something we got to sell you on, then we're probably not the group of people for you. So let them know if you're an A, B, or a C. Now, I have this watch that I wear consistently that says now. And a lot of people have asked me, they were like, does it tell the time? And I was like, yeah, it's now. So when should you get started? Now. Like, when should you decide? And why do I say that? I meet a lot of people that are disappointed with where they are in life, but 5 years ago, they didn't plan on being anywhere different. And so if you don't plan on being somewhere different in the next 5 years, 2 years, 1 year, probably going to get a bunch of the same. And so, they say if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. It's worse. If you fail to plan, someone else will use you for theirs. So we want you to be in control. We want you to be in this. Now, for most people, they get started with us casually on the side just to have some fun, maybe go on a trip. Maybe they'll refer somebody every once in a while. There are those that are our casual ambassadors. And then there's those all-in ambassadors that are like, no, no, I want to own California. Why? Because no one's building California yet. I want to own my state, my city, my country, my continent. And that is available right now because of the timing of where we sit. Never again will we be pre-launching our lifestyle membership community ever again. And so you have a unique opportunity to do so. But before I close out here, I know I went a little longer than anticipated. I'm just very excited about what we're doing here with Viago. I want to introduce a couple of my friends here that I believe are on just to kind of share with you a little bit about their experience in this space and why they are excited about the launch of Viago. And first, I'm going to go over there to the Atlanta, Georgia area. Mr. Jared Ojeda, are you on here, my friend?
I am here, Jesse. Thank you so much. Great press. Oh my goodness. Jared Ojeda out of Atlanta, Georgia, small city called Riverdale. I am a sergeant in the fire department, married for 23 years, have two beautiful kids. And I was introduced to this community about 6 years ago. They said travel, fun, and money. I trusted the person who invited me. We took some trips. We invited some people. We made some money. COVID happened, and I'm telling you something, COVID either happened to you or it happened for you. And it happened for us. Why? Because we got a chance to meet Jesse. We got a chance to meet Isaac. And they said we're going to do things bigger and better than we've ever done before, thus the birth of Viago. And I'm so excited. And just the last year, Jesse, I don't know if you've been keeping count, but for me, Thailand, Cape Town, Zimbabwe, Panama, Dominican Republic, Mexico, St. Louis, and soon Vegas. The travel is real. And we invited some friends, and guess what? The money is real. We are residual earners in this company, and we're excited not about what we've done, but the people we've helped and where we're headed. So I thank God. I thank you, Jesse, for this amazing opportunity. And I am all in. I go, you go, Viago. Let's go.
Like, I, that's amazing. That's apparently our new tagline, I guess, so we're making that. That's it. That's going to be it. So we're going to go over the gentleman who helped put this presentation together, dear friend of mine, Mr. James Kursky. So how are you, my friend?
What is up, Jesse? How you guys doing tonight? James Kursky out of Nashville, Tennessee. I am active duty military background, 20 years in the service, and I saw this industry, wow, just shy of 8 years ago now. A friend of mine reached out, said he had something I had to see. I took a look. Now, I joined the military because I wanted to travel. Uncle Sam had a sense of humor and sent me to Tennessee, right? So I immediately said yes to this. I jumped all in. I've now been on, man, about 40 plus vacations over the last years. You do the math on a military paycheck, of course. And because of the business opportunity that I initially was just like, I don't know, I jumped all in with it though, did the business. And we actually at the time became residual earners that allowed my wife to walk away from her full-time waitressing job, and have then since created multiple streams of income from the processes we learned doing this business. So it's been absolutely amazing. Super excited about being part of the launch of Viago, and I can't wait to see everyone in Vegas.
Absolutely. So, and I'm going to go over a couple more. By the way, this is just off the cuff. I'm just seeing some of my dear friends here that are just joining the Viago family during our pre-launch. And I think we've got Bill Brill. Are you on here, brother? I think you're somewhere. I don't know if you can unmute or have a second to, but let me know and I'll get a chance to introduce you here real quick. But guys, as we are wrapping this up here and so you can come on here, I wanted to share with you guys this just in closing. So this is one of these passports. I don't know if you guys have ever seen these. If you haven't used it recently, we want you to. So we want you to use this thing. Now, here's a kind of a funny story. I've got two little holes in my stamps and my passport. And the reason why is because a few weeks ago, I went to Thailand and they almost didn't let me in. And the reason why is because I have no more room for stamps in my passport. I got this passport 3.5 years ago, and there's no more room in my passport. Now, here's what was very interesting about this. I had to negotiate with them, little how to win friends and influence people to let me in. They had to stamp a different part of the passport. They had to put a little thing in there. And so when I got back, I ended up having to get one of these. I don't know if you've ever seen it, a purple one. It's called an emergency passport from the US Embassy here. Now people were like, well, you can just order them online. And I was like, I know, but it takes 6 weeks and I have to go places. I don't have 6 weeks to wait here in Manila without a passport because I'm going back to Thailand on Thursday to go meet almost 200 of our Club Viago members just because they're so close. I couldn't get away from them. And before we go back to Vegas and then go experience this. So in any event, if you haven't seen a purple passport, you know, this is what we call a champagne problem. And we want to have you have more of those experiences. So, Bill, are you on here? Did I get you, brother?
I am, Jesse.
Awesome. So share with us. I know you're new to the family here and just getting started, but what, you know, I know you've tell me what you're seeing here with this launch.
Well, I'm seeing an emergence of an amazing product company with an unbelievable lifestyle company with tremendous, integrous leaders. I've been in this industry my entire life. I was actually one of those product babies that delivered product door to door for one of the earliest companies in the industry. So I've been born in this industry. Our world has had a major reset. And I believe Viago is designed specifically for people that want a reset and a redo at not only lifestyle, but to actually earn on their own terms. That's what I see at Viago, and I am fired up and excited. Can't wait to get to Vegas. And thank you for all your leadership.
Absolutely. So, guys, we if you guys knew some of the people that are coming together, I feel like it's the Avengers coming together, not to take over the planet, but to love on the planet. You know, I really believe that. So, and I've said it before, that the world is our playground, but love will be our legacy. For us, community is everything. And we want to go out there, make an impact, and leave the world better than we found it. And one of the ways to do that is by impacting our world, so that way we can make a bigger contribution to the world. So get back to the person, get started, come and join us, meet us in Vegas. And I'm looking forward to welcoming you guys to the community. So it is time. I go, we go, let's go, via go. Did I get it right? Pretty good. All right, guys, have a blessed time and let's make this an incredible close to September if you're watching this. And then we will see you guys in Las Vegas. God bless. Have a great night. Bye for now.